There's a quiet kind of clarity that comes when your birthday arrives and nothing inside you feels pulled to announce it. No urge to count messages. No need to prove that the day matters. You wake up, breathe, move through the hours the same way you always do. Present, aware, steady, and somewhere beneath that calm, you may have wondered if something is missing in you. If your indifference means distance, if your silence means loneliness. But what if it means the opposite? What if the reason you don't cling to birthdays is because your sense of self doesn't disappear between them? You don't need a marked date to remind you that you exist, that you're growing, that your life has weight. You carry that knowing quietly, day after day. While others wait for permission to feel seen, you've learned how to stand on your own awareness. While others measure meaning in moments, you feel it stretching across time. This isn't emotional emptiness, it's emotional independence, and it's rarer than you think. This doesn't mean you dislike people or connection. It means you prefer depth over display. A forced celebration can feel draining because it asks you to express emotion on command, rather than allowing it to arise naturally. You're more comfortable when emotions move at their own pace. Quiet, unforced, and real. Because of this, birthdays can feel oddly intrusive, not because they're personal, but because they demand personal energy from multiple directions at once. Messages arrive, expectations stack. You're suddenly placed at the center of attention, whether or not you asked for it. And for you, attention isn't always nourishing. It's something you manage carefully. So when you choose to treat your birthday like a normal day, you're not rejecting joy, you're conserving yourself. You're honoring the way your nervous system works. You're choosing calm over stimulation, sincerity over performance, and that choice reflects emotional intelligence, not emotional absence. Your sense of value comes from something more internal and consistent. It's shaped by how aligned you feel with yourself, how honestly you live, how you treat others when no one is watching. Because of that, the presence or absence of birthday recognition doesn't change how you see yourself. This doesn't mean you're immune to feeling appreciated. It means appreciation adds warmth, not structure. It enhances, but it doesn't define. So when your birthday passes quietly, it doesn't feel like rejection. It feels neutral. Your worth didn't rise or fall with the volume of response. That emotional independence is rare. It takes time to learn that being seen occasionally doesn't mean being invisible the rest of the year, and that being quiet doesn't mean being unimportant. You already know you matter, even when no one is counting. Part 5. You're comfortable standing outside social scripts. You've made peace with the fact that your inner life doesn't always match what's socially expected. Birthdays come with a script. Celebrate loudly, show excitement, respond publicly, express gratitude in visible ways. You understand that script, but you don't feel obligated to follow it just to be accepted. Psychologically, this shows a strong sense of self-trust. You're willing to tolerate being misunderstood in exchange for being honest. You know that social norms exist to create shared meaning, but you also know they're not laws of the self. When a ritual doesn't resonate with you, you don't force yourself into it just to avoid discomfort. This ability often develops in people who have spent time alone, not in isolation, but in reflection. You've learned that belonging doesn't always require conformity. Sometimes it requires integrity, and sometimes integrity looks like quietly opting out. Of course, standing outside the script can create friction. People may project assumptions onto you. They may think you're cold, distant, or emotionally closed off. But you've learned not to absorb those labels automatically. You understand that most misunderstandings come from difference, not defect. So when you treat your birthday like a normal day, you're not rejecting connection. You're rejecting the idea that connection has to look a certain way. You allow yourself to exist without explanation. And that quiet confidence, the ability to be yourself without constant translation, is a sign of emotional maturity, not detachment. This mindset often forms when someone has learned how to be alone without feeling abandoned. You know how to sit with yourself. You know how to move through a day without needing it to impress anyone. That ability creates a quiet strength, a kind of emotional self-sufficiency that doesn't draw attention but holds steady under pressure. When your birthday feels like any other day, It's not because your life lacks meaning. It's because meaning isn't concentrated in one place. It's spread across your routines, your thoughts, your private growth. Nothing needs to be amplified to feel. You understand, on a deep level, that life doesn't happen only when it's highlighted. It happens in the in-between. And by honoring ordinary days, you're honoring the truth that your life matters even when nothing special is happening. That awareness is subtle, but it's powerful. So if the world celebrates loudly and you remain calm, let that be okay. Your way of being doesn't need translation. There is strength in knowing who you are without needing to be reminded. And perhaps the rarest mindset of all is this: you don't wait for special days to feel whole, because you already are.